Hey ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to do a RBR on Joshua, chapters 1, 2, and 3. Go out here and read in the old tree house there. So in Joshua, it takes place right after Moses dies. The Lord promised Moses all this inheritance and land and everything else, but in the process of him leading them out of Egypt, crossing the Red River and all that, there's a lot of murmuring and everything, and disbelief, and didn't have faith in God. So God basically, punished them, saying none of the old people was going to make it over to the new land, east of the Jordan. So what had happened was, they spent 40 years in the desert, wilderness or whatever, and they didn't make it. So Joshua picks up in chapter 1 right after Moses died on, I believe it's Mount Nebo, I think, something like that. Let's see. So plains of Moab, Mount Nebo, that's correct. So Moses didn't get to go, so Joshua's going to assume the leader of the Israelites and take them east of the Jordan. Joshua assured of God's presence. He said, "Be strong and of good courage, and take your people and divide the inheritance of the land which I swear unto your fathers and to Moses. Be strong and courageous, be faithful." So Israel was to cross the Jordan, and it was during high tide where billions of gallons of water come across annually. Now they got dams in place. It's only like 300 million gallons of water that go across annually, but it was during high waters. But when the Ark of the Covenant made it to the banks, the waters succeeded and allowed them to cross. So Joshua assumes leader, and he goes to take his people, across the Jordan. First he sends spies into the land. When he gets over there, Rahab, she hides these two spies and makes a covenant with the spies, and she hides them so that they don't get caught, as they're sorting out the land, fixing to go to war. So as they're preparing to cross the Jordan, after 3 days, the officers went through the host, and they commanded the people, saying, "When you see the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord your God and the priests of the Levites bearing it, then shall remove your place and go after it. Yet there shall be a space between you and it, and 2,000 cubits by measure. Come not near unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go, for ye have not passed this way before." So Joshua said unto the people, "Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will wander among you." And Joshua spake to the priests, saying, "Take up the Ark of the Covenant and pass over before the people." And they took up the Ark and went before the people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, "This day will I begin to magnify thee in the sight of all Israel, that we may know that I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. And I shall command the priests of the Ark of the Covenant, saying, When you are come to the brink of the water of the Jordan, ye shall stand still in Jordan." And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, "Come hither and hear the words of the Lord your God." And Joshua said, "Hereby ye shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. Behold, the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord of all the earth passes over you before into Jordan. Now therefore take you 12 men out of the tribe of Israel, out of every tribe of man, and it shall come to pass as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the Ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand upon a heap. And it came to pass, when the people removed their tents to pass over Jordan, and the priests bearing the Ark of the Covenant before the people, and as they that bear the Ark were coming to Jordan, and feet of the priests that bear the Ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for Jordan overfloweth all its banks at the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon a heap very far from the city Adam, that is beside Zartan. And those that came down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed and were cut off, and the people passed over right against Jericho, just like a part of the Red Sea. He stopped that water too. And the priests that bear the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the midst of Jordan, and all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all people were passed clean over Jordan. So that's chapters 1 through 3 in Joshua. Like I said, after Moses passed on, which never got to see the promised land that he promised them, and there we are. So little lesson, little treehouse wonders there. Got a little stuff still working on it, you know, RBR, a little redneck Bible reading. Y'all have a good day.